Hello, this is Rochelle Agatha, and this is the lecture for Assignment 7, which is Other Functions. And I've gathered some functions that are useful in accounting and other business aspects, and I wanted to go over these with you. The first is called trim, and I have the formula listed, a description, and then an example for you, and this will be placed inside the lecture so you can see how I typed it. Trim is a good one because if you've ever tried to copy data off of a PDF or off the website into Excel, you find that there's trailing zeros. So what you do is you do trim and then the text, and then it wipes out the trailing zeros. So here, if you look inside of my formula, I have the formula here, so I say trim and then H4. And in H4, notice when I click inside the bar up here, you can see I have lots of trailing zeros. And so when I actually put the trim function in, it gets rid of those zeros. And it works with any kind of text, and it lets you just get rid of those trailing zeros, which sometimes get in the way. Then we have upper and lower. Upper and lower will take text and make it uppercase or lowercase, and then proper makes it proper. So what I did was I typed the information, the bunny ran really far, and then I used the upper, and notice it turned it all into uppercase. And this is useful too if you've copied something in and you don't want it to be in uppercase, or you do want it in uppercase. So here is the lower function where it takes uppercase, and you use the lower and it makes it lowercase. So these are very useful. Proper takes anything, upper or lower, and makes it with the first letter always being uppercase. So this can be really useful in accounting when you want like financial statements or a chart of accounts or something to have the proper case, and maybe it's been typed somewhere with all uppers or all lowers. The next two are right and left. Right text returns the rightmost characters from a value, and left returns the leftmost characters from a text value. So let's say you have a number and it's got a bunch of X's in front of it or at the end of it because it's a product number, or once again, maybe you copied it from somewhere and it grabbed stuff and you don't want it. You can take the right and you take the cell, notice H12, and you say I only want the 4 characters that are to the right. So it grabbed those rights. And here is with a left, where you tell it you want to go to this cell and take the 4 characters from the left. And you can define this 4 to be any number you want. I use these a lot. Like I said, it really helps when you're gathering data that's been typed someplace else and you just don't want to retype it. Then you have substitute. Substitute works really well in all aspects of accounting. I'm using a very simple example here, and then I'll tell you some other examples. Let's say that you're the payroll person or the HR person, and people's names change. So you have Cindy Goldsmith, and she got married and her name became Jenner. You can actually do a substitute where it takes H17 and then it substitutes the Goldsmith with the Jenner. And if you have any kind of database, this is really a quick way to substitute something for the other. You can do it with, it could be numbers in here, it could be any kind of text. So maybe you have employee ID numbers that used to be 9 digits long and started with an X, and then you switch to 8-digit longs. As long as you have the old and the new, you can substitute the old with the new. So these are just cool functions. Assignment 7 is going to have you do 2 parts. You're going to take this chart of accounts sheet that I have here, and it's going to tell you to create a part 1, and then in column E use the upper function and create a list of accounts in all upper, and in column F use the lower function and create a list of accounts in all lower. So you're going to take this chart of accounts, and in E and F you're going to create all uppers and all lowers. So when you're done, it's going to look like this. So you took it, you made it all uppers and all lowers. That's part 1. Part 2, you're going to take this list, and it's just a product list. It's got an ID number, an item number. This is actually the item, just the sequential number. The item number, an ID number, an item, description, and something else. And what I'm telling you to do is manipulate the data with these functions. So you're going to use the substitute, you're going to use the left, and you're going to use the right. And then you're going to come in and you're going to do something just on your own. So I'm not going to show you what those look like because I want you to try them on your own. This is a really simple assignment. If you follow the instructions, you shouldn't have any trouble at all. It's not requiring you to do much calculation, just apply the functions. So send me an email if you have any questions. Thanks.